So now let's talk about farming in Africa. What does it cover?
So when I went into farming to feed the school, I also realized how the livestock industry hasn't been given the attention that it needs. The New York Times did an article on Ghana, and the average age of a farmer is 60.
60.
Yes.
That means they are old.
So a 60 Ghanaian farmer probably doesn't have a smartphone. Even if he doesn't have access to the innovative ways of farming and technology that you and I can use this phone to have.
Okay.
So it was something that I was like, why? Why is nobody doing anything about this?
So meaning the youth are not even in agriculture.
And most of the youth are also given the excuse of capital and of access to this and so on, which I'm sure we'll get in there. But farming in Africa, basically, I set it up to explore the livestock industry and bring innovation into livestock. And as I continue doing research, what I realize is that the key to succeeding in livestock farming is by cracking the feeding process. So I went to the US, southern US, across the border of Mexico, and I met a man who has 70,000 cows.
70,000 cows.
70,000. And I asked him, what is your secret to growing? And he said two things. He said, I'm able to scale because I have source of feed. 2, this wasn't started by me. I'm the 9th generation that is doing this.
So meaning that it has been passed on to him over and over 9 times.
So it's a generational thing.
Wow.
You and I, probably our father, our mother was farmers, but all of us left that knowledge. So we are not building on that, right? Because our fathers hope for us to do better.
Better.
And that better, they don't see it in agriculture. Right, so I want to start a farm where I can create that generation. I want to be the first generation that set the platform for my next generation to build on. And that's why I built the YouTube channel to actually just share my experience. I'm not an expert in farming, but I just want to share people what I'm doing, what is the mistake, what am I learning. So everything I was doing for the past 5 years has been experimental.
On experiment?
Everything. So I actually brought in an extension officer. He told me I'm crazy. Why would I spend all this money? Because I went into poultry, I bought 10,000. But that 10,000 had chicken from Cote d'Ivoire, from I think 4 sources in Ghana, from Holland, from Belgium. Because everybody who has the data to be able to tell you that this breed, this pork chicken from here is what is going to help you succeed.
Nobody was able.
They don't, and those who have it even don't want to share, and there's no proper record.
That is another huge problem. Sharing information or data in Ghana is very difficult.
And that's why we have to break that, because Ghana in 2018, that's the most recent data I have, imported 266,000 tons of poultry chicken. Do you know how much we produce in this country? 61,000 tons. That means over 200,000 tons were imported. So if you're sitting in Doma, whatever village, and you think if you share your knowledge with your brother, he's gonna, then you don't know what you're doing. And that's why the youth need to come, because the youth will have this information and will be able to do better.
Don't you think the way agriculture or agribusiness has been packaged, even from our parents, the school, to we the youth, is the problem?
Yeah, I mean it's
because even if you watch our billboards, the agriculture is being seen in a tattered clothes, dirty, like some hard labor. Is that not a problem?
I mean, it's part of the problem, but it's not all the problem, right? It's part of it because it's not attractive. It's not attractive. But attraction alone doesn't discourage people. It's not enough. There are people at Galamsey side digging. They look dirty, but they are still there digging. Why are they choosing digging over agriculture?
because there's money there.
There's so many people doing things that are more dirtier than agriculture.
But record is saying that agriculture is the backbone of every country or even the economy.
Yeah, the economy.
But why is the money not being seen in the palm of the farmers?
So there is the value chain.
Okay.
Right. So if a farmer grows whatever or have whatever livestock and he's not bringing it to the consumer directly, right, and it's going through middlemen, from transportation, from middlemen that will buy and sell, from cold room and so on, you loses the value as compared to you bringing your livestock straight away to the consumer, right? So that needs to be looked at. So that's why I'm sure we then rely on the government to put in the infrastructure, like the roads. I know there's a rail line that has been built. Excellent. If I'm in whatever village.
But the railway line, is it going to the farm?
I'm just giving an example. That is, I'm just giving an example. I'm not being, I'm saying there is a rail line.
No, I'm just asking. It's a historical question to the policymakers. When they are trying to bring a project, what service is it going to provide? That's why I asked that question.
Yeah, but I think the question to that is, where does that project sit? Okay. Does it sit with the railway minister, or is it the agric minister, or are they combining to solve multiple problems? I think that's the question we need to answer.